இந்த வீடியோவை உங்களுக்கு வழங்குவோர் மாலை முரசு செய்திகள் தொலைக்காட்சியின் படிப்போம் ஜெயிப்போம் உயர்கல்வியை தேர்ந்தெடுப்பதில் உள்ள சந்தேகங்களை தீர்க்கும் நிகழ்ச்சி தினமும் மாலை 5 மணிக்கு.
Good morning. Malai Murasu 15 minutes news in English. Headlines for the day. China made air defense system in Pakistan jammed by Air Force, says India. India may soon go for Russian X-500 to boost its air defense. Fight against Malaimurasu successful, said by Amit Shah. 31 Malaimurasu eliminated last week. Putin, Trump to skip Russia-Ukraine peace talks in Turkey. Pakistan doubtful for Asia Cup hockey in India. News in detail. China made air defense system in Pakistan jammed by Air Force, says India. In a big reveal, the government of India on Wednesday said that the Indian Air Force had successfully jammed a Chinese air defense system that Pakistan had installed all along its border and line of control with India. In another significant revelation, India said it carried out its mission under 23 minutes, showing India's defense superiority over the terror-sponsoring nation. A statement released by the government gave a closer look at the operational details of Operation Sindoor, India's response to the Pakistan-linked terror attack in Jammu and Kashmir, Pahalgam, in which 26 civilian all-terrorists were killed in a religiously motivated attack. Amid a deluge of misinformation and false claims emanating out of Pakistan, India's statement asserted the fact that all strikes were executed without loss of Indian assets, underscoring the effectiveness of our surveillance, planning and delivery system. The use of modern intelligence technology, from long-range drones to guided munition, made these strikes highly effective and politically calibrated. India may soon go for Russian X-500 to boost its air defense. India's air defense system have recently demonstrated immense power by successfully thwarting Pakistani attack. Now the responsibility to prevent future strikes with precision rests squarely on our unarmed foes. As you may know, the most lethal component of India's air defense system is the Russian-made S-400. According to sources, the S-400 was used during Operation Sindoor, and based on its performance, the Indian military is now looking to procure additional S-400 missiles. This system comprises four types of missiles capable of engaging targets at range between 50 km and 400 km, and India has already sent a request to Russia for more. The S-400 can intercept missile, fighter jets and drones. The S-500, in addition to all these, can target satellites in Earth's orbit. Fight against Maoists successful against, said by Amit Shah. 31 Maoists eliminated last week. The killing of 31 Maoists at Karigutta Hill on the Chhattisgarh-Telangana border this week. The result of India's largest anti-Maoist operation, which sources said also recovered 450 IEDs and 40 weapons, has been hailed by Union Home Minister Amit Shah as an historic achievement. Sources said a large quantity of ammunition, detonators and explosive devices, besides 12,000 kg of other material such as medicine and electric equipment, was also seized. And in addition, 4 factories producing weapons, mortars and cutters were found. On Wednesday, Shah said the hill, once ruled by Red Terror, now proudly waves the tricolour, and underlined the government's resolve to eradicate Maoism by March. Putin, Trump to skip Russia-Ukraine peace talks in Turkey. Russian President Vladimir Putin has announced the official delegation that will represent Russia in renewed peace talks on the war in Ukraine, scheduled to take place in Istanbul, Turkey. While Putin himself will not participate in the talks, the Kremlin has emphasized the presence of seasoned officials and experts to lead the discussions. Heading the Russian delegation will be Kremlin aide Vladimir Medinsky, who also took part in the early 2022 negotiation rounds following Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Joining him are Deputy Foreign Minister Mikhail Golizin, Deputy Defense Minister Alexander Fomin, and Igor Kostyakov, head of the main intelligence directorate and chief of the main directorate of the General Staff of the Russian Armed Force. Operation Sindoor, Tri-Services Commanders meet President, briefs about successful accomplishment. In a significant development following India's successful military Operation Sindoor, the Chief of the Army, Navy and Air Force met with President Draupadi Murmu at Rashtrapati Bhavan. The meeting served as an opportunity for the Tri-Services Commanders to brief the President about the details and successes of the operation, marking a significant moment in India's ongoing efforts to combat cross-border terrorism. Operation Sindoor was launched as a decisive response to the horrific terror attack in Pahalgam, Jammu and Kashmir, which claimed the lives of 26 individuals, including several civilians. The operation involved a series of well-coordinated and strategic airstrike and ground operations targeting multiple terror camps across Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. The primary objective of Operation Sindoor was to neutralize terror training facilities and to disrupt the activities of terrorist organizations such as Lashkar-e-Taiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed. Justice B.R. Gawai sworn in as next CJI. Justice Bhushan Ramakrishna Gawai was on Wednesday sworn in as the 52nd Chief Justice of India. He was administered oath by President Draupadi Murmu at a brief ceremony at Rashtrapati Bhavan. He succeeded Justice Sanjeev Khanna, who demitted office on Tuesday on attaining the age of 65 years. Justice Gawai, who was elevated as a judge of the Supreme Court on May 24, 2019, will have a tenure of over 6 months and would demit office on November 23. Justice Gawai took the oath of affirmation in Hindi. Meanwhile, incumbent Chief Justice of India Sanjeev Khanna on Tuesday said though he wasn't going to accept any post-retirement official assignments, he would continue his innings in law. Justice Khanna, who was elevated to the top court in January 18, 2019, was appointed as the CJI on November 11, 2024 and would be demitted office on Tuesday. India rejects China's Arunachal renaming. India firmly rejected China's latest attempt to rename several locations in Arunachal Pradesh, reiterating that the state remains an integral part of the country. This comes 2 days after China's Civil Aviation Ministry on May 11-12 released new names for 27 locations in Arunachal Pradesh in another attempt to assert claims over India territory. In a strongly worded statement, the Ministry of External Affairs said on Tuesday, "We have noticed that China has persisted with its vain and preposterous attempt to name places in the Indian state of Arunachal Pradesh." The MIA added, "Consistent with our principal positions, we reject such attempts categorically. Creative name will not alter the undeniable reality that Arunachal Pradesh possesses and will also remain an integral and inalienable part of India." Pakistan doubtful for Asia Cup hockey in India. The National Federation is awaiting a government advisory, but Pakistan's participation in this year's Hero Asia Cup hockey tournament in India is in serious doubt because of the prevalent tension between the two countries after the Pahalgam terror attack. The Asia Cup will be staged in Rajgir, Bihar from August 27 to September 7. Host India, Pakistan, Japan, Korea, China, Malaysia, Oman and Chinese Taipei are scheduled to participate in the 12th edition of the Continental Showpiece, a qualifying tournament for next year's World Cup to be held in Netherlands and Belgium. It is too early to say anything, but we will follow the government's directive on this issue, which has been the case in the past, HI Secretary General Bolnath Singh said. We can't predict anything right now, especially after the recent barbaric Pahalgam attack and Operation Sindoor that India conducted following that.